I put my grinder and take off the cover blade and the blade. Put MDF, measure it with length 300 mm and width 140 mm, then cut MDF using miter saw. Measure MDF and use grinder as a template. Drill the template and cut it using jigsaw. Check position of the grinder on the hole made from template, and make sure it's on the right position. Measure MDF with length 150 mm and width 60 mm, to lock grinder's position with angle 22.5 degrees. Then, cut it using miter saw. Use the cut made before to make a template as front cover. Then, cut it using miter saw. Measure using front covers cut to determine hinge's position. I use hinge for the front covers mechanism. Then, make a slot using router to place the hinge. Screw the hinge on the position. Assemble the front cover using glue and nail. Put the grinder and make sure the position is right with angle 90 degrees. Use the front cover as a template to make side cover. Check again the side cover. If it's on the right position, then assemble it on the base using glue. Put paper tape on the hinge, then put the front cover on it, and mark it as guidelines. Then, make a hole on the front cover to screw the hinge. Measure the hole position on grinder. Mark it on the front cover. Then, drill the mark made before. I use my drill guide portable. Try the hole made before. If it's on the right position, then it's easy to fasten. Measure and mark the side cover to make hole. Then, drill the mark. I use T-nut M6. Fasten T-nut M6 using L key. I use hose clamp as secured the grinder on the position. Measure and mark front cover to add the hose clamp. Drill and screw hose clamp on the front cover. Put the grinder on jig, fasten all the screws, and secured the grinder using hose clamp. Check the blade's position and make sure it's straight 90 degrees. I use acrylic 2 mm to make guidelines for cut. Measure and cut acrylic with width 35 mm. I use red permanent marker to make cut line. I pressing the acrylic and MDF, then clamp it for bending it. Heat the acrylic using heat gun for 1 to 2 minutes. Then press using MDF and hold for 10 seconds, then release it. Cut the excess acrylic using miter saw. Then drill the acrylic. Measure and mark the base, then apply the acrylic on it. Measure and mark the bottom of the base. Then make slot using router based on the mark made before. This slot's made to less the friction. Take aluminium and measure using vernier caliper. Measure the bottom of the base to make slot. Use aluminium as a template. Set up the depth of the trim router as the height as the aluminium. Don't forget to use mask. Then, make slot on the bottom base using trim router. Check the slot using aluminium, make sure it fitted. I changed the cover blade grinder with size 5 inches. Put grinder and assemble all parts. Then, check the blade position and make sure the angle is 90 degrees. Cut HMR 90 mm with size 150 mm times 1200 mm. Measure distance between the cover blade with the blade. Apply the distance measurement on HMR. Put the aluminium on HMR, then lock it using super glue. Check again using angle square, and make sure everything is right. After everything is fixed, secure using super glue. Then, put the grinder jig, and try to slide it on the track. Now I try cut aluminium metal sheet. Measure and mark the aluminium metal sheet. Put the grinder track and place on the aluminium metal sheet. Then, cut the aluminium metal sheet. Easy for cutting straightly the aluminium metal sheet, and the result looks good. Now I try new blade for cutting wood. This blade is safety for grinder with 12,000 RPM, and there's also feature anti-kickback design. Because this blade is used for grinder 5 inches, but my grinder is just 4 inches, so I make adapter bush rings so it can be fitted with my grinder. Easy for use and really low kickback. Please don't cut the wood if not using this blade, because it's very dangerous. The result is perfect square and precision.